Blessed love everyone. How you guys doing tonight? What's going on? Happy gardening, happy gardening, happy gardening. All right, guys. How you guys doing tonight? Hope everyone doing wonderful. Well, yes, guys, tonight gonna be a very interesting. Tonight gonna be a real interesting talk about gardening tonight. Very interesting. You know, like I've been saying, we're gonna take garden up on another level this garden season. Yes, we're gonna take it up on another level this garden season. Yes, so there will be lots of information to share. And as always, we will always show the result of what we're talking about. This is how we do our garden. When we talk, we like to show proof. We like to show basically what we're doing from start to finish. So yes, guys, thank you guys. I'm a little late tonight, so I'm sorry, but I appreciate each and everyone for coming in early. The everyday life of an OC district, OG living life, Fifi Johnny, thank you guys. All right, so guys, listen me, man. Listen me. This is garden season. And there's so much to talk about. There's so much to share. But tonight, we're going to talk about program seeds. How we're going to program seeds to walk, to bring them to that place that they produce their best. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. All right. So, meanwhile, I'm going to play a video until I see a couple people come in tonight. All right. So, let me run a few video meanwhile. All right. All right. This video, we're going to run this video. This is actually seeds. So I'm going to run this video, then we're going to have our conversation. All right. So these are the compost I get from under the leaves. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to sift it to set my seeds then. So this is not dirt, this is compost. Okay. So now this is a piece of wire that I pick up. I pick it up. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to sift my seeds, sift the dirt. So now, so when we sift the dirt, we're going to get all the garbage like this, the chip from the tree, whatever little pieces of rocks. So we're going to get them out. So we're going to get the fine compost itself. You know what I'm saying? You see, so we're getting all these out of here. All these coarse one out of here, right? Okay. All right, guys.
Good night, the real family garden. Good night, Papa Farm.
Soft, nice, and rich. So now I'm going and get my seeds to start setting them. Look how beautiful. All right. All right, guys. So this is the result. This is the result. So yes, so
no, it's a emoji. But I removed that. I remove it.
Oh man, my seeds them.
All right, sorry for that.
I think this is the peace snap. Yeah. I'm just going and try and sow a few of them. So that's one. What I'm gonna do. You need to put them at least an inch down. So I'm gonna sow. Okay. So now we start from here. One.
Sweet sap.
And you
It's
make
some
sure you
peas.
cover them, put them one,
It's a
at
sweet
least
peas.
1 inch.
Sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Hello, Matt Harkin.
Okay.
How are you?
So now you come now, and I'm just gonna cover
Hello,
them
all
with it.
living life. How you doing?
So just like that, this is the seed we now set. This is sugar daddy, peas snap sugar daddy.
All right, all right. Okay, so we have. Hi, Audrey living life. How you doing? What's going on? Hi, Rio Family Garden. Hi, Matt Harkins. Hi, Pop Farm. How you guys doing tonight? Thank you guys for being here tonight. All right, tonight gonna be a very interesting night. Basically, what we're gonna be talking about tonight is programming seeds. This is what we're gonna be talking about tonight. Programming seed. All right, okay, guys. Tonight gonna be very interesting and lots of information I'm gonna be giving out tonight. So I hope you guys ready for this. All right, all right. We're gonna talk. Let's start out with seeds. Okay. So as we all know that seeds are very old. The genes of seeds is very old. All right. When I say old, it could be thousands of years. Who knows? It could be millions of years. I cannot give you. All right. All right. I cannot give you the how old seed can be. But we know the gene, we know the seeds is very old. All right. Now, the genes of the seed. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right. Sorry for that, guys. Okay, so we know seeds. It's like, put it this way. Wherever seeds come from, we know they were here a very long time. And over the years, they keep regenerating. So basically, they produce fruits, they produce seeds, and what happened is the seed germinate and the seed continue. All right, so every season the seed produce. So now we know that these seeds was here, the beginning of these seeds was here from a long time ago. So the dreams has deal with many different type of climate, all different type of condition. These seeds been dealing with all different type of weather situation, all different type of situation, and they survive unto today. You see what I'm saying? They survive unto today. So the fruit trees, all these other, the fruit trees drop their fruits, their seeds. Some of the seeds just decay and just germinate right under the tree and start again. So now these things has been conditioned to all different type of weather, all different type of situation. All right. Now, today, I'm going to give you guys, and this is, I want you guys to try this because this is the only how you're going to know that this is real information I'm giving you here. This is the only how you're going to know. You're going to try. And this garden season, I will love that you guys try some of these things I'm going to be talking about tonight. All right. Now, let's go a little step further in now. Now we're going to talk about, I don't like to say program, but let's say program seed. Let's put it this way now. Okay. Now, seeds. You got to understand, right? Seeds is something that when it germinates, it push out a root. And the root that it push out, this root, the first, remember, if you notice when you set your seed, it start walking underneath the soil before you start seed up. So the first thing the seed push out is the roots. That's the first thing the seed push out. That root, and that root gonna transform itself into the soil. And this root gonna be looking for what type of minerals, what type of carbon, what type of food you have in this soil for them. All right? So when they push on that root, and whatever you have, whatever is in this soil, this is where they start to get acquainted with. This is where they're going to adapt, because there's one thing we got to understand. They could adapt. All right? So now, when they adapt to that situation, this is what they love. And this is the environment they adapt to. This is the kind of soil they start feeding from. This is where they begin. So it's like, put it like this, it's like a switch just come on. It's like a switch just come on. This is what we love. This is what we're going to strive into. So this is why you got to be careful of how you deal with seedlings. You have to be careful. Let me give you, let me go a little deeper now. If you decide, if you sow in seedlings, if you sow in seeds, and you want to make sure that the seed you sowing, you want to make sure if you're sowing it in rich soil, if you're sowing the seed in rich soil, you have to make sure when you transplant it, you got to transplant it in almost the same type of soil, rich soil. All right? You cannot transfer it into poor soil. Because like I now mentioned to you, when that force root push down, it's like you're just searching and it's going to adapt itself to whatever temperature, to whatever food is in the soil for them. They're going to adapt themselves to this, and this is what they're going to love. All right? So now, when you plant the seed, sow the seed in rich soil, when you transplant in your seed, make sure you transplant them into rich soil, almost similar, because this is what they're born into. This is what they used to. This soil they germinate into. This is what they used to. This is what they adapt themselves to. So now you have to maintain and give them that rich soil to continue. And if you're able to do that, this plant gonna strive to its best, because you giving it the same type of soil that it germinate into. Now let me take it another step further. If you want to do something, everything I'm telling you here, I already proved it already. So like I said, this year is another level of gardening, and I'm going to be sharing a lot of information. Now let's go this way now. One of the best soil to sow your seed into is poor soil. If you know you cannot give that soil the same richness that it germinates into, then it's best you germinate them in poor soil. Why I say that? Because when it germinates in poor soil, this is what it's accustomed to. The poor soil barely have mineral, barely have carbon, but this is what the plant love. Remember, the plant love rich soil, plenty carbon, plenty mineral. They enjoy that. So now, if you sow them in poor soil, and when they germinate, guess what happened? And you transplant them in rich soil, they're gonna take off. You know why? No, you put them in a better condition than they germinate into. I wonder if I hope you guys get in what I'm saying. I'm gonna go over it again. When you sow your seed in poor soil, the plant gonna already know the soil is poor, right? But what it doing, it making use, and then all you do, you give it a little water just to keep it alive. A little water just to keep it alive in poor soil. So now this plant now gonna be in poor soil with little water, but guess what? It's gonna strive, and it's gonna keep itself, and it's gonna keep itself alive. So now we're gonna adapt itself to less water, not too much water, and it's gonna adapt itself to soil without nutrients, soil without mineral, but at the same time it keeping itself alive. Now if you transplant this plant into a rich soil, this plant gonna take off, because guess why? Where it wasn't getting the mineral, but now where it is now, it getting all the mineral, all the carbon, and you understand, this plant will take off. So this is what keep back a lot of people garden. A lot of people get a hard time in their garden because we reverse the cycle. When I say reverse, what I mean, you have your soil, you have your plants, you have your plants in rich soil. You sow your seed in rich, beautiful soil, and your seedling look nice. But when you transplant them in a poor soil. That's a problem. You see what I'm saying? Wherever you put them, wherever you move them from and put them, it's supposed to be better for them, not worse. You see, it was supposed to be better. So if you move them from where they're not getting the carbs, the mineral, the nutrients, and you put them where they're getting that, they're gonna take off. But if you put them in rich, you sow them in rich soil, and then when you transplant them in poor soil. You're reversing. You see, no, these plants is not gonna do as much as they should, because anywhere you move them from and place them is supposed to be better for them. All right, it's supposed to be better. I'm gonna draw a little reference for you, because the thing about it, we gotta look at life itself, our life, and look at the plants them, and it's basically the same thing. Now, I'm gonna draw this reference for you. If you grow up in a neighborhood, and the neighborhood you grow up into, you used to have to get up and you got to go and jog water. You got to go and pick wood from the bushes to cook your fire. You had to do all this. That's what you used to, right? No, this is what you used to. You used to get, at least there's water. But the only thing is you got to go and get the water. No, they move you from where you used to get water and put you into a place where you cannot get water. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? So, no, you cannot survive. Why you cannot survive? Because there's no water. You used to get water. The only thing is you used to move. You used to have to go and get the water. But now you're in a place now where there's no water, so you're not going to survive. So it's the same thing with the plants. You move them from a place where there's no nutrients and no mineral, and you put them to a place where there's nutrients and mineral. So now they're going to strive, because now you put them in a better place. So they're going to strive and grow fast. But no, if you take them from rich soil and put them in poor soil, that's when you reverse the process. I hope I'm explaining it good enough. I hope you guys getting what I'm saying, because I'm trying to break it down to the lowest point. So we can program seeds. We can do that. No, the same thing with fruit trees. It's the same thing with fruit trees. You can do the same thing with fruit trees, not just plants. You can do the same thing with fruit trees. Now, for instance, you buy a fruit tree. Say, for instance, you buy a fruit tree, or maybe you could set it from seed as well. But let's go here. You buy a fruit tree, or you sow it from seed. Where you had the fruit tree in a container, the soil was rich and beautiful. So these roots don't already adapt to rich and beautiful soil. Now you take it out of the container and you put it in a soil. And where you put it now, the soil is poor. You're reversing. So this plant is not going to strive the way, because you catch what I'm saying? They're not going to strive the way, because you reverse it. Now, if it's in poor, sandy soil, and you take it out the container and you transplant it in rich soil, full of nutrients, full of carbon, this plant's gonna just shoot up. So we got to know when we reversing, because we messing up the growth of the plant and the production. I try this for my own self, and I've seen it for my own self with fruit trees. I've seen it with different plants. I've seen it with peppers. I've seen it with many different plants. If you're gonna transplant your seedlings, it's best you use a poor soil. No, if you're gonna sow your seed, it's best you use a poor soil and move it over to a richer soil. If this is why most of the time when I'm sowing seed, I go in my garden and get the soil, or I go maybe to the end of in the bushes and get it. This is why I do that, because I'm basically using the same soil that I sowed the seed into. I'm basically transforming it to the same soil. So this is why you get fast growth. This is why you get great production. This is how your plants thrive so beautiful. This is how you could grow pepper trees 8 feet tall. This is how you could grow okra tree 12 feet tall. This is how you could grow food that produce so much for you, because you did not reverse the cycle. What you do, you put it in a place that it could continue and do what's it doing. So the best way, one of the best way from my experience to sow seed is if you sow it in a poor soil and move it over to a rich soil. You cannot sow it in rich soil and move it over to poor soil. These seeds, we got to understand, like I said earlier, all these seeds come from dreams of thousands of years. These seeds didn't just start yesterday. These seeds come from thousands, who knows, might be millions. I don't know, I can't say. But all I know, where these seeds come from, their generation passed on years upon years upon years. So their dreams has adapted to many different situation, climate, many different things. So our job is to make sure we don't reverse the cycle. We make sure that where we move it from, we place it to a better place. All right? I hope we have a lot more, but I'm going to end here for now, and I'm going to welcome everyone in. All right. Thank you, so blessed. Good night. How you doing? Thank you, Real Family Garden. How you doing? Thank you, OG Living Life. Thank you, The Everyday Life. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for being here. So, all right, let me look in the chat. Hello, live from scratch. Let me see. All right. Let me see. Okay. You can't start out feeding. Exactly right. Exactly. That's exactly. Exactly. All right. Okay. Okay. That make a lot of sense. All right. Okay. So that's good. That's good. You guys getting what I'm saying. All right. All right, guys, don't forget to like, because I'm sharing real information here tonight. All right, don't forget to hit that like button, guys. I will appreciate it. I understand the concept, but what if you start your seed indoors? It doesn't matter where you start the seed. You hear what you remember what I mentioned. Remember what I mentioned. Wherever you moving it from to transplant it, it got to be better, not worse. So now, put it this way. You started indoors. Remember, indoors, it don't get too much sunlight. You see what I'm coming from? Indoors, you got to produce some kind of heat for them. But when you bring them outdoors, that's where they get the sunlight, they get everything they need. So the situation got to be better. Where you move the plant, the seedling from, and place it, the condition got to be better. The soil supposed to be better, or you're gonna catch yourself put the plant reversing instead of go forward. You got, I hope I answer your question. Hey Fifi, Urban Homestead Life and Lifestyle, how you doing? Yes, thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate each and every one. Yes. So Bless, did I answer? Did I answer the question for you? So basically, once the seed, wherever you transplant your seedling from, wherever, and place it, it's supposed to be in better condition. If it's in worse condition, then that could cause the plant to delay with its growth and it would not produce the way it should. This is full proof. I have full proof of all these things, what I'm telling you guys here. Everything I'm mentioning here, I have full proof of all of it. Plants, seeds. When a seed germinates, it pushes a root down. We don't see the process because it's under the soil. So we don't see the process. But the first thing comes out is the root, is that root that comes down. And this root that comes down is searching, is almost like, it's searching for what's in the soil. And that's where it's gonna make itself comfortable with. So now there's no minerals. Okay, put it this way. You're using a soil that have no minerals, that have no type of nutrients. Like for instance, sand from the beach. And many people use that to germinate seed. Many people use that to root cutlings. You see what I'm saying? No, let me put this for you. This sand don't have any nutrients in it. It have no minerals. But guess what? And it cannot hold water. Right? It might swell up, but here what? No. If you sow your seed in sand, remember, there's no mineral, there's no nutrients in this sand from the seed. But guess what? And you give it little water. You just want it to survive, not to do too much, just to survive. When you take it from the soil, the sand, and you transplant it into a richer soil, this plant gonna take off. You know why? Because where you place it is better than where it was. You see? So it's gonna take off because now it actually getting the nutrient, is actually getting the mineral, it will take off. And this is where your plants them gonna get huge. This is where your plants them gonna produce in abundance. But when you reverse it, what is reverse? When you place the seed in rich soil, then you transplant it in poor soil, you reverse in the cycle. So now this plant already used to rich soil, but now you take it out from rich soil and place it into something that is not comfortable with. So it's not gonna do well. Guys, if you understand what I'm saying, please press 1. And if you don't, I'll go over it again. If you understand what I'm saying, please press 1. If not, I'll go over it again. Because this is valuable information and I want you guys to try. It works. I have proof that it works.
It works. So this information, try it. So let me go over it again. Okay, the everyday life. All right, all right. Thank you. Let me go over it again. I'm going over it one more time, then I'm going to move on. Programming seed. Hey, LP, what's up? Programming seed. Now, seeds. If you want your plants to strive well, you got to understand certain things. Anywhere you move your plants from, the environments, the nutrients that they love, and you transplant them where they are. They love the soil, the right mineral. The soil is balanced. The carbon is right there. They're just loving the soil. No, you transplant them. And where you transplant them, they're not used to that. They're used to an area where the minerals, the nutrients, and you know this is where plants strive from. Plants love this. So if you're able to give it to them, they will strive better. So now you put them in a poor soil and transplant them into a rich soil, they're going to take off. But if you take them from rich soil and put them in poor soil, that's not what they're accustomed to. They don't like poor soil anyway. So if you take them from, so this is why what I'm saying, you want to make sure where you sow your seed is either where you're going to plant them is the same type of soil, or it's best you sow them in poor soil. So when you transplant them now into the richer soil, they're going to take off. You see what I'm saying? But you can't reverse it. If you reverse it, that's when you slowing down the plant. That's not what it's accustomed to. That root it pushed down. That first day, it start pushing down the root and searching and feeding and doing what it got to do. This root already know what it needs, nutrients, carb, this, it already know. So if it's not there, what's going to happen is going to fight itself and it's going to try to survive. And the watering, give them a little water. So let them fight to survive. So when you transplant them, they're going to take off because where you put them is full of nutrients, is full of minerals, and you watering them properly. You see what I'm coming from? But you cannot reverse it. All right? Hey, Destiny Osis, how you doing? Hey, Chef Essential Unstoppable TV, how you doing? Thank you guys for being here. All right, guys, don't forget to hit that like button because we have plenty information tonight when come on seeds. Okay? All right, so thank you guys for coming out. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. All right? So we talk about the seed and we talk about programming seed. All right, thank you. Programming seed. And guys, this is very important. What I'm telling you here, I've been doing this for like 5-6 years. This is information I have, but this year I decide to bring gardening on another level. So I'm sharing this information, and I'm not telling you to stop gardening the way you garden. What I'm telling you, try it. So now what you're gonna do, or what you should do, is basically do the opposite and see the result. You're welcome, real family. You're welcome. Do the opposite and see the result. So you have two different set of seedling and watch the production from both of them. And see if you set your seedlings in a certain soil
and able to take it, transplant it into the same soil, full of nutrient, believe it or not, you will be surprised. Now let's go to direct sowing. Direct sowing. All right, thank you guys, thank you guys. All right, let's go with direct sowing. Why direct sowing is good to do? Why direct sowing is good is a good thing? Because wherever you sow the seed, that's where the plant's gonna remain. You see what I'm saying? Wherever you sow the seed, that's where the plant's gonna remain. So if it's remain there, this is what it's gonna adapt to and just love and enjoy. You see? So you ain't transplanting it. It's remained there. All right? So it's a good thing to direct sow is a beautiful thing because you ain't got to worry about transplant it and move it to a different type of soil. No, it's gonna stay in this soil. And this is what it born into. This is what it germinate into. So it's comfortable there, especially you giving it, you adding and giving it little nutrient, it little mineral. That's gonna take it. It's gonna take off. And I know you guys know that. I know you guys know when you direct sow, it shoot up faster. It's like it just grow because you did not transplant it. It's born into this and it stays here. But when you moving it from rich soil to put it in poor soil, that's when you reversing the process. You see, you making your plant not doing what it's supposed to do because you reverse it. You're supposed to, if you take it from rich, it should be to the same soil or even with more minerals, with more nutrients. It should be better, not worse. It's got to be better, not worse. And this is why you can see, like me, this is why you can see 8-foot pepper tree. This is why you could see 12-foot oak tree. This is why you could, because I understand a lot of things. And this is what I'm sharing here with you guys tonight. Because believe it or not, I do a lot of research in my garden, not on Google, in my garden. So I've learned so many things. All right, so I'm just sharing it with you guys willingly because I want to see everybody successful. All right, let me see. All right. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. Appreciate it. No problem. No problem. We appreciate the no problem. Thank you all. That's interesting and makes sense. All right. Thank you. Thank you. And good idea to test the two different methods. Yes, this is the thing with me, guys. I'm not going to come here and tell you, oh, just do it the way I do it. No, I want you to test it. You see? Test it and see if it works for you. I don't want you to just, okay, plan to see this and I'm going to just stop do it how I do it. And I'm going to, no, test it. Do some how I'm mentioning to you and do some the other way. See the production for yourself. Fruit tree, same thing. Okay, let me see, right? Okay. I prefer direct sowing, no transplanting to disturb the root too hard enough. Okay, all right. I like both direct sow and I love starting my seed in January indoors. All right, you see? Now, the thing is with direct sowing, only certain plants you could do direct sowing. You see? Only certain plants because the growing season is so short that you definitely have to start some maybe indoors or in a greenhouse or whatever. But when come on pumpkin, squash, these type of plants you could plant direct sow. But there's only is so much seed, so much. You could direct sow. But direct sow, it's a wonderful thing because you ain't got to transplant them, you ain't got to move their roots, and they're gonna do well right there. Notice when you do direct sow, how they just start shooting up and just growing, nothing to stop them. They're born into a certain soil and they continue in that same soil. So that's what's good. So you cannot take them from rich soil and put them into poor soil. Wherever you move them, it's supposed to be more richer, not poor. Because plants love nutrients, plants love carbon. Like, so bless mention, what if I start them from, what if you start them from indoors? Well, if you start them from indoors and bring them outdoor and transplant them, that's a better situation because you have them indoors where they're not getting sunlight. So wherever you're moving them from to place them is supposed to be better for them. And that's where they continue growing. But when you move them from rich to poor, that kind of stop them. You reverse them. You reverse instead of let them continue their journey. I think direct sowing is better. Expect that in the north, sharing indoors give us a huge extension to the season. All right, all right. But for sure, direct sow plants don't get confused and stressed by change of life cycle, incentive, when environment. Exactly. That's what direct sow just continue. Because wherever you plant them into, they stays there and they just grow. You ain't got to pull them up the root. You see what I'm saying? And then you got to think the root. Sometimes the root could get damaged. But so we understand direct sow and the benefit of direct sow, but not everything we could direct sow because the growing season is not long enough. So there are certain things you have to put indoors. Or you see what I'm saying? So there are certain things you just have to sow indoors or in a greenhouse. But if you could do everything direct sow, that would be the best thing. That would be basically the best thing. Oh yes, I do have to start indoor because of my right, exactly. Before listen me, I understand. Direct sow is one of the best thing, but that indoor, that growing season, if you're in a tropical, then you could do that type of stuff. But when you're dealing with cold weather, when you're dealing with frost, you got to get them seedling going a certain way before you could even think about carrying them outside. You got to wait till they hard enough. All these things. So, yes, direct sow is wonderful. But when we're dealing with seedlings that we have to sow indoors, we got to be very careful of reversing because you also have a short growing season and you don't have time to reverse. You see what I'm saying? What you want to do from the time you bring them out and plant them, they start growing, not being there for weeks, look like they're not moving. And a person like me, I don't have this kind of problem. Anything I plant, gone. Because what I do, I use the same type of soil that I have in my garden. That's what I use to sow my seed. So when I transplant them, it's basically the same type of soil, same type of mineral, same type of carbon. So they're gone. But if I move them from my soil and transplant them in a sunny, dry soil that do not have nutrient, that does not have mineral, that's gonna mess with them. And this is what I'm trying to say tonight. This is what I'm trying to say tonight. We have to. Hey, Gina versus Gina, how you doing? We have to do things to reap, to get the best out of what we're doing. We cannot reverse what we're doing. We got to make it continue. Another way for doing that is by not damage. The next thing again is damaging the root. You see that same root. You see that same root I now tells you that comes out first. That same root that comes out first and push itself down in that soil and search around for all the nutrients and all the minerals, for see what you got in that soil. You don't want to damage that root, because this root is the root that basically what this root is, you know, like it's like it going down and it giving signal. It is looking for something. You know what I mean? And whatever there is what it's gonna make itself. You know, like for instance, you live in and you make yourself comfortable. Not that you don't want more sunlight. You might need more sunlight. You might need more water, but you try to make what you have works for you at the moment until better come. It's the same thing with the plant. They're gonna use whatever they could work with until you move them from that poor soil into that rich soil. And that's when they start to strive good and start to do their best and start to produce and start to grow the way they're supposed to go. The honest truth is, when I plant something, it never, my plants them don't stunted. I don't plant anything that's stunted. From the time I plant them, they're ready to go. You see what I'm saying? They're ready to go. So sometimes we reverse the process instead of pushing it. Oh, sorry, Rio, let me put this thing on timeout. Sorry. Okay, I put it on timeout. Sorry for that. Yes, so gardening is special, and once you open up yourself, there's so much to learn. There's so much to, we have the ability to do so much. Fruit trees. Sometimes we buy fruit trees because I've seen this with my own eyes too. Sometimes people buy fruit trees, and this is why I don't really like buy fruit trees anymore. I really don't. I rather cutlings. Like I buy a few fruit trees the other day. I take cutlings and give them away. And give away the fruit tree itself. Because what I used to do, like I used to buy fruit trees and then I might buy a plant. And then what's in the plant is a green thing. It's a some kind of stuff. And somehow I didn't like, I don't know what these things, what is the, so I try to keep them out now. I try not to buy stuff that I got to bring these things into my garden. But no, you dealing with fruit tree. You buy a couple apple tree or you buy peach tree, right? The soil that the fruit tree is in, when you transplant it from this container and put it into a different soil, The soil should be richer. The soil should have nutrient and mineral inside of it, not the other way around. The soil always supposed to be better where you moving the plant to, not worse. You get what I'm saying? And this is how you get better production. This is why sometimes people plant fruit trees and they just remain so small. Even though they plant them in ground, they just remain so small. You know what I'm saying? Like I mentioned earlier, we're dealing with fruit trees, we're dealing with seeds that come from genes of thousands of years. Who knows? Like I said, million, I don't know, I can't see. But all I know, these trees, their genes come from thousands of years ago. So all these plants don't adapt into different type of situation all these years. They adapt into different situation. So we have the ability to program them sometimes into how we want them. We could do that. How you think I could tell you every year that I can grow a pepper tree 7 feet tall? I could tell you that every year. And I could say that and do it. How much people today could tell you that they're going to grow a pepper tree 7 feet tall and do it? How much people? How much people can tell you that? How much people have to climb a ladder to go up to reach the top of their pepper tree? So the reason why I'm saying this is because we have the ability to do things. We just don't know it. That's why we got to study our plants then. This is why we have to study our plants. Like last year before last year, I grew a pepper tree 7 feet 4 inches tall. This year I grew a pepper tree 8 feet or maybe more because I didn't measure it after. Maybe more than 8 feet. This year I'm trying to beat 8 feet. You see what I'm saying? I already understand and know what I have to do to get that process, to make that happen. I already know. So what I'm saying is we have the ability to change things. We have the ability to program stuff to make it work for us with these plans. We could do that. We could do that. And we will do it. Because we're doing it right now. Okay? Many people tell me I couldn't grow Edo. Edo is that. This is Edo. Edo is the one over the shoulder. That's Edo. Many people tell me I couldn't grow Edo where I'm growing food. Many people tell me that. But I show them I grow Edos in abundance. You check what I'm saying? So we can do things with this garden thing, and don't let nobody tell you you cannot do this and you cannot grow this, and you don't let nobody tell you that. You try it for yourself and see how it's gonna work for you. And then if it ain't work for you, then you could say it ain't work. But you have to try. This is only how you will ever know. You will have to try. Okay, I'm gonna show a video with some seedlings here. And I'm gonna show, let me give you a little idea. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna give, this is a video I did last year, but I'm gonna show you basically this soil is almost the same like what's in my garden. So when I transplant my seedling, they actually going in the same type of soil. So this is what's gonna make they push themselves. These are cabbage right here. These are cabbage. And if you guys check out my video, you guys gonna see how beautiful my cabbage them come. And I plant them from small. So let me show you this video, guys.
Planting one. So I plant them very thick as you can see. But what is going on here now? While they're growing, while they're in the container, what you do to strengthen these seedlings, you get some nice rich soil. Okay? You get nice rich soil and
No, I'm using rich soil. So this is why I say you get some nice rich soil. Whatever soil you're using in this container, you keep on adding it around your plants. Whether if it's rich soil, if it's rich soil, you continue adding your rich soil. If it's poor soil, you continue adding your poor soil. Because when you transplant them, you want to transplant them into a richer soil. I can do this. Why? Because I'm actually transplanting mine in the same soil. So that's cool. But if you're taking it from rich to poor, that's a problem. Okay? So when you hear me say rich soil, is that's if you're dealing with rich soil. Okay? And if you're dealing with rich soil, make sure when you transplant them, you're going to be transplanting them in rich soil and not poor soil. Okay?
all you do is just keep putting the soil around them. So while they're growing, just like if they're in the ground. So while they're growing, they have the soil to cover their roots. Okay.
What I'm actually doing here, this is the seedling, and you, as you see, you can see how I set them very thick. I don't do the one in a cup. That's too much for me because I set a lot of seed and I got to have 50 cups to hold these cabbage. So what I'm doing, I set them in rows, right? No, what I'm doing while they're growing, if you see what I'm doing, while they're growing, I'm actually adding soil around their root. So this soil gonna strengthen them and get them ready for when I'm ready to take them outdoors. Okay.
Okay, so this is a good way to take care of your seedlings, especially when you plant them this deep. Okay, you got to give them soil to push their roots. So this is how I take care of my seedlings. I strengthen them while they're growing because guys, what happens is you got to take care of your seedlings. It's very important to take care of them. If you give them that love from the beginning, then they're gonna show you about that love at the end. All right. So what I'm doing here, I'm putting root soil around the roots. When you put the soil around the roots, what's gonna happen is they're gonna start pushing even more roots. And guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna start getting bigger and stronger. So when your time comes for you to transplant them, they're gonna already develop some strength and ready to go. So you have to take care of them. It's not just about setting the seed and just leave them. You- This is how I be very successful in gardening because I take it to another level.
All right. So as you see, what I was doing there, guys. Oh. Okay. As you see what I was doing there, this is basically seedlings. And I show my seedling love from the get-go. This is what I'm saying. Whatever you do, whatever these seedlings, you got to do right with your seedlings. All right? You take care of them from baby and you continue taking care of them and you wouldn't really have a problem. Things will be beautiful in your garden. Okay? So when you have your seedlings growing, you make sure you add soil around them. So when you add in the soil around them, they're gonna be growing. And when they're growing, they're gonna be adding more root. The more root they add, the more stronger they get, the more bigger they get. So when planting season come, you don't have too much a problem. You basically get your plants growing. And the thing is, man, there's a video I want to show you guys too. The thing is damaging the root. Gotta be careful with that. Cannot damage the root. Let me see if I find this video for you guys. You know me already, guys. I love to basically show what I'm talking about. Okay, give me 1 second, please. 1 second. Yes, guys, gardening is a beautiful thing. You just got to, honestly, you just got to pay attention, do your own research. And once you do your own research, believe it or not, you'll be fine. Because the more you do your research, is the more you're going to learn and is the more you're going to realize, wow, it's, more you're going to realize it's so much to learn. And then once you understand certain things, you're going to realize, man, damn, I should be doing this a long time. Okay. I want to show you guys a plant with the root. I'm hoping I could find this video. Because I want to give you a little idea of the root I was talking about and how the roots them operate. Just keep doing your research, guys, and you're going to just get better and better. All right? Wait, what do I do with this? Where is this plant, man? Give me a second, guys. I mean, there's so much video I can show you guys, but I don't want to do that tonight. I just want to stick to certain things. There's a plant I have here with the Edo that I really, it's a shot, right? Let me see. Okay. I have an idea. Okay, give me a second, guys. There's a plant with a root. This I want to give you guys an idea about this root I'm talking about. But I don't know. I'm not seeing the video. I don't know where I do with it, but okay. It's hard to find that one. There's so much video I gotta look through. I should have that one, but okay, let me see this one. That one hard to find, guys. That one hard to find. Sorry for that. I'm trying to put this night button timeout, man. It's acting up too much. I'm sorry for that, guys. Yes, guys. I was looking for a video because I wanted to show you guys about the root that I'm actually talking about. The root, and that root that I know everybody know about that root because everybody do gardening. So I know that you guys know about the root I'm talking about. But that root that goes down first into the ground, this root is what actually searching. And this is what feeding, because remember, the first thing come out is that root that goes down under the soil. Then after it done start to feed on what is down there, what it do? It start to push up. It start to push up above ground. So now we have the root go down and you have the stem coming up. All right? You have the stem coming up. Okay, so I really wanted to show you guys that video, but I'm not. I got to go to so much video to find that. I wasn't prepared for that video. But it's basically what I gave you the breakdown of the root and the root system. Okay? Very important. Okay, hold on. Let me find this. Okay, let me find another. Let me find a plant here, guys. About root. Let me show you guys a plant here. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me bring this video present. Give me one. Share screen. Okay, now here, this is a pepper root. And these are, you see, this is, guys, you know, as a person, I go deep into gardening. And I've been doing my own research for over 10 years now in gardening. I've been doing gardening for a pretty long time, but since I really start to go into research, is basically over 10 years. No, this is a pepper root. This is a pepper root. No, this gonna give you an idea. This is a 8-foot pepper tree. This is a 8-foot pepper tree. No, I want this to give you an idea of if you're growing peppers, the size of container you can use. Let me play this video.
Right, welcome back to Planter Garden TV, or welcome to Planter Garden TV. Hope you guys doing wonderful. Now in October, and I take up this pepper tree just to show my viewers and my subscribers the size of container that you can use for a pepper tree. This pepper tree was actually 6 feet tall, right? But now we're gonna
Okay, this was a 6 feet tall pepper tree. But hear me out. Notice the root stem. I just want you guys to have a more understanding of the size of container you should have if you're really trying to grow peppers and trying to get them to grow to their potential. that they're supposed to go. If you notice on this pepper root, you notice some of the roots them burst because I pull it up out the root, so they burst. So this is basically showing you you need a pretty good size container to grow pepper tree, especially if you want them to grow and produce a certain way for you. Okay,
Identify the roots them.
you see the roots them
Look at the
burst.
roots them. You see what's going on here? If you notice, the roots don't go too deep. It mostly spread. You see? It's mostly spread. So the thing is, you got to make sure you have a container that wide enough that can house these roots. If the container is not wide enough, what's gonna happen? These roots gonna come and jam on the edge of the container, and especially in the summer when the sun hit the container, these tips of root could get damaged. Instead of they grow, they could get damaged. So what I'm saying here, at least I'm telling you right now, if you're doing container garden, try to get a deep container and a wide enough container, at least 12 inches in diameter. The container should be 12 inches the least wide and deep. Okay? So please do not plant your pepper tree in these little 1, 2 gallon and 3 gallon pepper tree containers because it's not gonna work. If you're looking for production, you have to get containers that could actually house the roots of the plants. Okay? The container cannot be too small. It has to be too big, not too small. So the plants can get room to grow.
All right, guys, look at the roots of this plant. Look, just observe the roots of this plant for a minute. Look at the roots of this plant. I plant my pepper them pretty deep, as you can see. And if you notice, all these roots was under the soil. I pull up the tree and some of the root burst. So what I'm saying is you want to make sure it's enough room that these roots can spread and do what they got to do, take in the nutrient, take in the mineral. These roots is what pull the nutrient, the carbon, the mineral, and pull it up in the plant. So you want to make sure that these roots are comfortable and able to get what they're looking for. And once you're able to master that, believe it or not, you're gonna start to see great production. And like I keep saying, I don't want you to stop gardening how you gardening. All I'm saying is try, you can try what I'm telling you, and you can see for yourself. Great result. And don't thank me now, thank me later. All right? Okay, let me see. I plant my pepper deep after watching you. All right, all right. It works. It works. I'm telling you. It really works. Good evening. Hi, Maskia Parks. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, the roots need space to stretch out. Yes. The more the roots spread and stretch out, is the more production you're gonna get. Is the more you're gonna see plants where you actually have plants producing so much. You see what I'm saying? And just continue. They push it. You're doing peppers, they just keep pushing peppers. And all you're doing is harvesting. And they just keep pushing. And they just keep pushing, ongoing. So all these secrets I'm giving you here tonight, try them. Don't give up how you garden. Just try them and see for yourself. Let me see. Real. Black pepper or regular pepper? Black pepper. Well, I mostly plant bell pepper, monkey pepper. I don't think I ever grow black pepper, but regular pepper basically. Bell pepper, you could grow carne pepper 6 feet. I grow carne pepper 6 feet already. Most pepper tree I grow 6 feet. Bell pepper is what I carry, what goes 7 and 8. But most of the other pepper trees like 6 feet, 5 feet. But bell pepper, I think I have something with bell pepper. I know that plant. That's the thing. And that's what you got to do. You got to know your plant, know what they love. All right. And always remember, there's 3 important things a plant love. And if you could give it to them, believe it or not, you will have a successful garden. And I'm going to give you 3 of them. Sunlight. Sunlight is one. Whether they love it hot or whether they don't love it hot, they still need the sunlight. The sunlight is so important. Mineral, they need that too. So we are sunlight, we are mineral. Nutrients, they need that. These 3 things, if you could give them to your plant somehow or the other, your garden will be pretty successful. And my thing is, as a gardener, as someone who go garden on the regular, I think you should be learning more and more and more every year. Be your own scientist. Be your own researcher. And guys, when I say research, I'm not telling you to go and Google. Because if you go and Google, you're going to find a bunch of information and they're not showing you no proof. Okay? A bunch of information with no proof. So you're going to get confused. So you got to get in your garden, get down and try things and see how it works for you. At least I'm telling you, don't give up how you grow garden. Just try. What I'm saying, I'm not, you see, I'm not telling you, oh no, that's not how you do it. I'm just saying try, because it worked perfectly well for me. Okay? Perfectly well for me. So who knows? It might work as well for you. But it all starts from the way you treat your seeds. That's where it all starts. From the way you treat your seeds, the way you treat your seedlings. That's where it all starts. Okay? Let me see if I could. Okay, I'm gonna give another video. Guys, hold on. Okay, guys. Now, you guys always hear me talk about earthworms, and is one of the most important thing. It's not the most, but it's one the most important thing you could have in your soil. Okay? I'm going to show you this, and what I'm saying, we got to protect these things. Let me show you. Okay, let me see. All right, hold on. Let me get in the chat before. Let me see. Whoa, I have pepper plant outside that didn't even die back. I just cut them down recently. Really? You have pepper tree that survived the cold? Oh, wow. That's wonderful, real family garden. Wow. That's awesome. For real. Let me see. Are you teaching on tap roots or roots in general? I'm talking about roots in general. Roots in general. roots. All roots have their own purpose. All roots have their own purpose. So I'm basically talking about all roots because all roots feed. All roots looking for nutrients, mineral. All roots looking for food. All roots looking for water. Now, there's a main root that comes out first. That main root that comes out first is what's searching, okay, and start feeding the plant, looking for water. Then when that starts feeding, finding the water, the food, whatever it needs, it take it up to the plant. Then if you notice, you see the plant start come up to the top with the leaf. Okay, so while the plant's growing, it keep adding younger roots. So the root system is just getting bigger and bigger, especially if you give it the room to expand itself. What's gonna happen is gonna start pushing more roots, more roots, more roots continuously. But if you ain't give it that space that it could expand itself and do what it wants, what's gonna happen is gonna basically stagger. It's gonna only grow a certain way, it's gonna only produce a few things and basically stop there. Once the root continue growing, you stand a chance of the plant continue producing. Okay, so I'm basically talking about all the roots. I'm talking about the top, the bottom, the main root. All right. We appreciate the info. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you guys for coming out just to listen to me. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, guys, to hit that like button. This whole garden season, we're going to be talking a lot about gardening. I also have my membership, guys. I have to do some classes. I'm going to be starting classes as well for members. This year is going to be on another level of gardening. This is definitely on another level of gardening. So if you guys are interested, you could also become a member of this channel. What the membership goes to is the Herb Garden Challenge. What I collect from the membership goes to the Herb Garden Challenge to present, to give people could win gift. All right. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. All right. Thanks to all the members. I appreciate each and every one of you for being a member of this channel. I will be having classes pretty soon that you guys could get some deeper insight of gardening. All right. Thank you guys. Let me see. Yes, I was surprised and thank you. Okay, yes. Listen me. You should be, listen me. You have pepper in this time outside. Listen me. Don't make them pepper. Save them pepper. I'm telling you right now. Save them. You're welcome to Everyday Life. You're welcome. Okay. Good night, the Everyday Life. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. All right, thank you, Fifi. You're welcome. Yes, gardening class will be pretty soon. Was to start earlier, but get a little busy and I living like. Thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks to my moderators as well. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for looking out. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. But I will be having garden class going on pretty soon because garden season is coming on and I really want to share. I have some real information about gardening to share this season. And I like I said, guys, I don't want you all to stop gardening how you gardening. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is try different things. Okay? It might just be worth the while. All right? Bless night, everyone. All right. Thank you, Fifi, for coming out. I appreciate it. Blessing and thank you, Planter. We appreciate you. Good night, fam. All right, real family. Thank you. Appreciate you guys coming through. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to get ready for yes. All right. Thank you, Fifi. Appreciate that. And guys, don't forget 2024 Plant a Herb Garden Challenge is okay. I'm going to tag you in a video. All right, all right. No problem, no problem. Thank you, thank you. Yes, appreciate it. Yes, guys. The time is coming. The time is running. The time is running, guys. We heading for February. After February is March the 4th. And March the 4th, we gonna have our Herb Garden Challenge. And our Herb Garden Challenge, it's an amazing thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's so much to learn, it's so much to gain, and also prize to win. You see what I'm saying? So it's a good thing, and we all could learn from each other. We all can support each other. Let's make this something interesting. Let's make it fun. We do this, man. It's gonna be interesting. At the end of the day, you whether you win or not, you still have fresh herbs. You still have fresh herbs to drink every morning. You know what I'm saying? Please, guys, if you did not sign up as yet, press 1. If you never, just let us know. If anyone interested, because I want to know who gonna be taking part. I want to know how much people gonna be taking part in this Herb Garden Challenge. All right. So I truly appreciate each and every one. And guys, don't forget, it's a journey you will never forget. It's a journey you could sit back with your grandchildren one day and watch and see that journey you was on. Whatever challenge you went through, whatever happened, but you come out a winner. Because no one is a loser in this. Everyone is a winner. Don't matter how you take it. You are a winner. All right? So don't forget, March the 4th. But I will love to know, everyone, before March the 4th, if you're interested, I would like to know before March the 4th. Okay? Thank you all. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Garden season is popping. Let's make it happen. All right. Let's make it happen. Let's do it right. Let's enjoy. Let's grow as much food as we can, because who knows, man? This might be we don't know about next season. We don't know about next year. We don't know. We're not even sure about this season as yet. So what we do, we try our best and grow as much as we can. All right. I just want to thank you guys, man, for coming out tonight. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who come out tonight. I hope this live tonight help inspire someone or others to get in the garden this garden season. I hope it able to encourage new gardeners. I hope it able to shine a light that new gardeners can embrace and see the benefit of growing their own if they have the space, or if they have a balcony, or if people growing in their apartment too. So I just want to thank each and everyone for coming out tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Fifi Urban Homestead and Lifestyle. Thank you, Rio Family Garden. Thank you, Orgy Living Life. Thank you, The Everyday Life of an OC District. Thank you, Maskia Parks. Thank you, So Bless. And if I miss anyone, sorry, but thank you, LP. But I just want to say, man, hey, Mike, what's up? Thank you, Mike, for coming through, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Yes. So as we know, man, garden season is popping, man. God, and this is my time. This is my time of gardening. Little busy, being in the bushes. All right. Okay, all right. Okay. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you guys. I just want to say, man, be your own researcher in your garden. Be your own scientist. The more you garden, the more you will learn. Okay? Especially you have an open mind and willing to learn, you will learn a whole lot. All right? So, as always, man, thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight. I truly appreciate you guys. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night. Peace, love, and blessing to each and every one of you. Good night and happy gardening. Thank you, guys. Good night to all.